Hey, what's happening? Hey, what's happening, Roland? Well, I'll tell you what we got. I'm with Barry Maynard, my good friend from Decatur, Alabama, and he just hooked a great big old bass on a topwater plug. Let's see if he can't get it. Oh, son. That's a good old, big old topwater fish, Barry. How big?
4 or 5 pounds.
5 pounder? Hey, that's a good one. Look at that. Look at that guy. That's nice. Now, I'll tell you what, Barry, he's been down for a couple days now. Hey, Barry, what happened yesterday? We had a good day yesterday.
We caught 49 yesterday.
49 bass. We went to Headwaters, and we're in a different lake today. We're using lures. We're not using shiners and stuff. But yesterday, we really had it going with those little domestic shiners.
Oh, we did.
But anyway, we had them a bunch like that yesterday too on shiners.
Yeah, we had a bunch. We had a
4,
bunch
5,
like
6
this.
pounders up to 6.5 pounds.
We had a bunch like this.
Yeah. But anyway, we've caught some good ones today, folks. And what we're doing today, we're in what they call the Headwaters marsh. And Barry, if you would just hold this camera just right up here, just hold it on me like this, and you can see the top numbers. And I'm trying to get 8 minutes on it. And don't put your finger on the lens. The lens is right there. Okay. So you can just talk, and I'm just going to talk about what's happening this week. But this is the weekly update. This is the what's happening Roland thing. And I'm with Barry Maynard, and your friend Bob was down yesterday. We caught 49 bass there. Now, the day before, I was with another couple out of Silver Springs, Florida. We caught even more fish, and we had an 8-pounder as well. In fact, I've averaged an 8-pounder every single day except yesterday. Yesterday, we didn't have an 8-pounder, but the other 5 days of the week, we had an 8-pounder, at least one 8-pounder. That was Headwaters. Now, the St. Johns River Marsh, you have to understand, there's about 7 or 8 great big lakes like this one. And this is to the north of the Stick Marsh. It's to the north of the Headwaters. And in the parking lot, the neat thing about it was there were only 3 boats in the parking lot. 3. Yesterday morning at Headwaters, Barry, how many boats were there in the parking lot?
Too many to count.
150. There were 150.
Yeah.
So this lake's not getting pressured much. It's an older lake, and it's not quite as popular as the Headwaters Lake. But I've caught another bass. In fact, I was going to let him go right now. I had another one I just caught on a, what did I catch it on? I caught this on something. Anyway.
Caught that one on a frog.
I just caught that one on a frog just a few minutes ago. And so there's some good fish in this lake. There's some really good fish. And we're just catch and release for the most part. We're not keeping any fish. But now, also Barry, on the back, if you look at that, how many minutes are there in the center part? Say it's
2:45.
Oh, 2:45. I'm trying to get at least 8 minutes. Now, what I'm doing today is a couple things. In this one lake, I'm taking a frog. Let's see if I can find it. And I'm just going to show them just real quick what I'm doing on the frog view. And you're doing the same thing on the top water. I'm just going to pull around this way, and I'm getting up these lily pads. And this is a great big 1,000-acre deal. There's nobody there, but my good friend, another guide is here with his airboat, and that's Mike Arnoldy. Mike Arnoldy guides on this lake as well, and they just caught about a 6-pounder. But I'm taking this frog, and I'm just throwing it in these pads like this, and that's what Barry just did. And he just caught his on a Spro Pop 80, that 5-pounder, and I caught this 4-pounder on this frog right here. It's a Spro frog. And I'm just coming through these lily pad clumps and just kind of working it slow. It's a bright sunny day. It's the middle of February, and basically the fish are on the spawn. But it's dark water. You can't see that they're spawning. We're just kind of estimating that maybe that's a spawning fish right here. And just working it slow. Now the whole key to this topwater fishing today is that it's a calm day, and you're working it slow. And it's the whole key to this topwater fishing. And that's almost the key for topwater fishing anywhere in Florida. For the bigger fish, I don't care if it's a devil horse, I don't care what it is. For the really big fish, particularly in the spawning season, that intimidation of that lure coming slowly over them is the big deal. Now this is that Spro 60. And so what I'm doing again, I like the frog is that if you make a bad cast, you throw right in those leaf pads, for example, and just let it sit there, let all the ripples kind of die away, just slowly kind of just work it along. Just kind of work slow and easy. And I don't know. One hit it, just knock the heck out of it. Just blast it. He just blasted it right there. I think it was about 2 or 3 pounds. One real big. Hold it through there. Right there. a backup worm. It's always good to have a backup. But he just blasted it right there. And he didn't bite it. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw that worm in there. And that worm's going to be the deal. He didn't bite then, but he blasted it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this worm. I got a swimming worm. I'm just going to slowly take it. I'm going to back it up because that fish was right there. Let it sink. Just watch the line. Be a line watcher. Just let it sink, 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 sink. The backup should work. Pull it just a little teeny bit. He didn't bite it. Normally, you get a strike like that on a frog. You back it up with a Cinco or a fluke or just any kind of worm. They normally bite it. That's the backup deal. But this time he didn't bite it. But it's a good bass. It was a nice big keeper bass. You know, this area of Florida is just so many opportunities. You know, there's, just to name a few, there's 5 or 6 big lakes in the St. Johns River Marsh. There's not only the Headwaters Lake that's so popular right now, but there's Farm 13, there's the Stick Marsh, there's Kenansville, there's Three Forks, there's Garcia Lake, and then there's Blue Cypress Lake, and then there's Broadmoor. So that's just a few, and there's even more. And so it's just so much opportunity here, and thousands of acres. You're talking about 50,000 acres of all this marshland. This one lake right here is like 10,000 acres, and with only 3 boats on it. It's the middle of February, and we've caught 4 and 5, 6 pound bass already, just in an hour or so. So I mean, it's just a lot of opportunities here. Of course, the Headwaters is really hot. It's really alive and well, and that's where I'm doing most of my guide work. But on occasion, I'll go to these other lakes. I'll go to Garcia. I'll go to Kenansville. I'll go to this lake here. And it's just really good. Okay, now also, I was throwing the frog in these holes, and I could also throw a worm in. Just run a worm right there. I'm running a 50-pound braid. That's another thing. See, there's 10-pound bass here. So I'm running a 50-pound braid on that. That's a regular reel. It's a regular Solace 8-to-1 ratio reel. Pulling that worm slow and easy through the lily pad. Now, worm fishing is fun, but there's nothing better than the visual action of a frog or a topwater bite. So as soon as I get this one, I'm going to go back to the frog field and show you again what I'm doing. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. We just started this. We just got out here. We haven't been very far. I'm going to throw to that much lily pad right there. Okay, let the frog sit. Let it really sit a while. When I do, I'm slow and easy. Let it sit. Work it slow. Come on, bass. Come on, bass. He's looking at it. You gotta pretend. He didn't bite it. Oh well. But anyway, that's kind of the deal on this whole thing. Now, there's another combination that I wanted to talk about that worked out yesterday for Barry and I, and that is with these little rods. We had really a fun time, and I'm going to get the rod from Barry, and I'm going to show you what it is. This is the rod that Barry had yesterday. You just saw Barry catch a 5-pounder on a topwater plug, but he caught about 20 fish, and a couple of them were 5 pounds on this rod. And Barry, I'm going to take the camera real quick. I'm just going to let you explain what you did. What did you do on this thing?
You know, this is really complicated, Roland.
Yeah.
Because we're taking those little domestic shiners.
Yeah.
Hooking them just like on a little circle hook here.
Yeah.
And I was pitching it over the side of the boat and letting it swim around.
And we're kind of fishing by some little canals. And for the most part, when we put the little domestic shiner in, how long would it last in the water?
Not at all. It was
just take off.
Take off.
Just take off.
Hit the water and take off.
But anyway, it's really a big deal.
It was really technique specific, bro.
But it's easy.
It's really easy.
But the thing about it was you had constant action. As soon as you put that little domestic on and threw it in the edge of that canal, you'd have a fish on, whether it be a 2-pound fish or it could be a 5-pound fish.
That's right.
But you had a lot of them. You must have caught at least 20.
I did. I caught 20 on this thing.
Just on that, yeah. Anyway, okay, when it's time, I'm going to have you, I'm going to have you hit the little stop button. So I'm just going to close it out. Hey, folks, that's what's happening here on the Headwaters area. Thank you for watching. And one other thing, please hit that likes button, because that gives me so much clout with my sponsors and stuff, and that's why I'm doing this, to keep my sponsors happy. So folks, we'll see you again soon, and thanks for watching.